Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatyarishatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I won't speak very long. You've already sat here listening to so many things. The only thing I can say, Yogyata Vichari Kichu Nahi Pai Tomara Karuna Sara. That anything, that any quality which I may have acquired is only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So, because otherwise, one very unqualified American president, of course they were all unqualified, but this one had a doctorate in disqualification, you know. And so I read one statement. One man said, I never believed in our Constitution it said anyone can be president. But after this man, I'm convinced. No. So I feel the same way, that somehow or another Krishna has put me in the position to show that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered us all to be guru, and so he chooses someone who's the most unqualified to show that it can happen. No. So one of my favorite lectures by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when one lecture he was giving, he said, so all of you are seeing this person sitting in this big chair, no? While all of you are sitting in a small chair. Who is this animal from the zoo gardens? So proud, so happy and content to hear his own glorification. And he went on, said so many things. And he said, therefore, I can only put my case before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who says, Jari deka tarikaha Krishna Padesha, Mara Gyaya Guru Hanyatarai Desh. That I order everyone, also Ateva Amiyagya Dilun Sabakare, Jahan Tahan Prema Pala Deha Jari Tari. I order everyone within the universe, take these fruits of love of Godhead, become guru, and distribute it. No. So I also, even not out of humility but out of necessity, say the same thing, that this is our duty, all of us. This is what the Sankirtan movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means, that we have to take this transcendental knowledge, and especially prema pala, take these fruits of love of Godhead that have externalized in the form of Srila Prabhupada's books, no, and either give them out personally, or even better, Srila Prabhupada said, the best person is lazy intelligent. Figure out how so many of these fruits can be distributed. No. Srila Prabhupada, of course, he went out for many years and he distributed back to Godhead in the scorching heat. He distributed his first canto translation of Srimad Bhagavatam. He would have distributed the whole set, but it wasn't ready. No. So he, actually Srila Prabhupada's purports to the first canto, he commented that, I was thinking, since I had a weak heart, even before coming, his heart attacks on the way to the U.S., he said that, I was thinking I won't live very long, so let me try to include the whole philosophy of Krishna consciousness in these purports. And he did a most wonderful, and he said the same thing about the Krishna book. I may not live this was a true prediction, to finish the Srimad Bhagavatam. So let me summarize it. And of course, with Nectar of Devotion, it was different. He started to translate the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but he wanted to do it in an authorized way. He wanted to have, the Sanskrit, the transliteration, the translation, and explanation. So he could see this will take too long, and his concern was, if I do this, I won't finish the Bhagavatam. No. So this shows the importance of the Srimad Bhagavatam. No. Even this most essential work of Rupa Goswami, Srila Prabhupada considered the Bhagavatam to be more important. So if we can distribute these Srimad Bhagavatams in our ICC meeting, Vaisheshika Prabhu has put a lofty goal for this next Bhadra Purnima. But, let's say the whole year, 100,000 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam, which sounds like a lot, but how many people? There's over 8 billion people in the world. So it's nothing. No, nothing. But Srila Prabhupada said, I will only feel satisfied when there is a set of these books in every home. No. So that's our goal. And this is the beauty of the Krishna consciousness movement. And therefore, following in the parampara, Srila Prabhupada, as it was kindly mentioned, that he said, I blindly follow my Guru Maharaj. This is parampara. And this is the meaning of the Vyasa Puja, dedicated to Vyas Dev. And I especially dedicate this event to Srila Prabhupada, because he's given us everything. And there is a precedent. Someone may say, and I say all of you should do the same. So someone may say, but aren't we jumping over? Isn't this Maryada Bhakikrama that you're saying to us to jump over? But actually, after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu met, and they had their most wonderful ecstatic meeting, embracing each other, bathing each other with tears, and rolling on the ground in ecstasy together. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tomorrow we will have Vyas Puja for Nityananda. He is our Guru. And the next day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after Srivas Thakur prepared all the paraphernalia, and so he gave the garland to Nityananda. And Nityananda, he said, put the garland on Vyasadeva. And Nityananda walked toward Vyasadeva, and then he started turning around in a circle. And Mahaprabhu said, what are you doing? And he walked over to Mahaprabhu and gave the garland to him. Because Mahaprabhu was the center. He was the center. Of course, he's also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just, another small qualification. But the point is that, and I've mentioned this to many devotees, in my opinion, Srila Prabhupada, after his leaving, created something very wonderful by establishing what his Guru Maharaj, he didn't do anything new. His Guru Maharaj made a GBC, governing body, and Srila Prabhupada did the same. And by doing that, as far as I can observe, Srila Prabhupada has created the same atmosphere as that which existed at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is so many gurus in one movement. You won't find this anywhere else. You may, to some degree, you may find it in the Ramanuja line, but not to this degree. And which is that we're all serving Srila Prabhupada's movement. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. But Srila Prabhupada has given us the unique and perfect way to conduct this movement in such a way that it will be most pleasing to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any bona fide guru gives his disciple the ability to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to get his mercy. But only an acharya of the degree, the height, and level of Srila Prabhupada can create a movement that perfectly emulates and perfectly accomplishes what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered us all to do. And therefore Srila Prabhupada established book distribution, a practical way by which we can all contribute. And as far as Guru, I just wanted to mention this because Vyasa Puja speaks about Guru. In Srila Prabhupada's famous Vyasa Puja offering, the same offering that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur afterwards said, whatever he writes, you should publish, which nobody did, unfortunately. And in that offering, he said, Guru is not a man, not a person. Guru is a principle. Guru is the essence of parampara that can come to us from many different sides. And it can also go out from us in many different ways. So, one message I always try to give on Vyasa Puja, we're not talking about a person. We're talking about a principle. That we receive this transcendental knowledge. And by receiving it, we have a great responsibility, which is to distribute it. This is the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the desire of everyone in the parampara. And this is our responsibility, that we have to, it doesn't matter what your service is. Every service, if done with the right consciousness, is Sankirtan. Just like we have a member of the Scholars Board here with us, who just finished his immersion Sanskrit course. And thank you very much. And so when they say, oh, he's sitting there writing and speaking philosophy, but what did the 6 Goswamis do? Did they go out and distribute books? No, they wrote books. So whether one is speaking philosophy, distributing books, cooking is one of the most powerful forms of Sankirtan, because everyone eats. Not everyone reads, but everyone eats. Therefore, we have our Prasadam Acharya, Pradyumna Priya Prabhu, to try to accomplish this. I pray to Srila Prabhupada that he will empower him to the degree that he makes even the Akshaya Patra look like only a small effort. And so Prasadam, you cook, you dress the deity, so that everyone who comes will be enamored with Krishna, and that take Krishna within their hearts. So every service, if we do it with a proper consciousness, making a garland for the deity, we make it in such a way that that garland, when people see it, they will become enamored with Krishna. Every service, serving Charnamrita, whatever we're doing for Krishna. Or if one is a family person, which many of you, most devotees are or will be, and in Kali Yuga especially, then you have, you're going out and working. So what is the relationship to Krishna? What is the relationship to Sankirtan? Because, and I had this experience personally when I was in the army, because I would always have my Bhagavad Gita with me. No matter where I went, I had my japa with me. And a little japa was a little small one. I couldn't wear a big bead bag. And people would ask, what is that? What is that book? Or people would say, why are you happy? We're all miserable. No, you seem to be happy all the time. And I would get a chance to preach. just by feeling whatever small, minute degree of Krishna consciousness that I was experiencing, it was so much, exponentially above what other people were feeling. They were just suffering and just thinking, when I finish the suffering, now I will enjoy. And that's the essence of material life. Whatever their sacrifice is, it's only to be able to enjoy. And they never enjoy. So even though you talk to anyone on the street, they'll say, you say, how are you? Oh, wonderful, great. No. But if you look into their hearts, you won't find that. No. You'll only find that with the Vaishnavas. No. So we must, this is our duty, to be happy in Krishna consciousness, so that we can transmit that happiness to others. And this is Sankirtan. So you can have the most mundane job, as Rupa Goswami says, Iha yasya harer dasya karmana manasang gira nikilas vasya vastasu jivan mukta sa uchate. That if one wants to worship the Lord within this world, one must dedicate one's thoughts, actions, and words to Krishna. And even if you have the most, you appear to be like any other person in this world, you are actually liberated. So this is what Srila Prabhupada, I just read in Janardhan Maharaj's book, I got one last night. I opened it up, and so it was a talk by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And he said, going back home, back to Godhead is not a miracle. It's just a question of following Srila Prabhupada. He gave many examples. I'm just summarizing. And so this is the unique opportunity that Srila Prabhupada has offered. In Caracas, Venezuela, in his last talk, before he left for the airport, Srila Prabhupada said that if all of you will simply chant 16 rounds faithfully and follow these 4 regulated principles strictly, I guarantee you will see Krishna face to face in this life. So this is unprecedented. This offer of Srila Prabhupada, unprecedented. And so he has given us something. If we had to do austerities for 50,000 years, if we even had to follow the Hari Bhakti Vilas, everything that's in there, we wouldn't have time for Sankirtan. No. Just to chant Gayatri, according to Hari Bhakti Vilas, it takes like 20 minutes to do all the preliminary. No, you would spend an hour a day just preparing for Gayatri. No. And what to speak of, the prayers you offer to Mother Earth before you touch her with your feet, and this and that. It's meant for someone who's living in the Dham, in complete absorption of Krishna consciousness. So, but Srila Prabhupada gave us something that is doable. This is the duty of the Acharya, to give the highest perfection, the highest ideal, in an assimilable, digestible way. And Srila Prabhupada has done that. And all those devotees, like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, His Holiness Lokanath Swami, all different disciples of different spiritual masters that we have, which is, again, shows the miracle of Srila Prabhupada, that he can unite us all in one movement. And it's our duty, and my humble request, if I could make it, that we make this a sacred duty, to make Srila Prabhupada's movement welcoming, give everyone the wonderful and beautiful welcome that they should feel when they come to the shelter of Sri Sri Radha Parthasarathi or Sri Sri Radha Manan Mohan, or whatever deity they're coming in contact with. We should make sure that they feel that I am walking into Vaikuntha. No, not that we're too busy to say something to them, too busy to give them some prasadam. No, and that way, with that spirit, Krishna consciousness will take over the world. This was Srila Prabhupada's desire, and this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. Just so we don't get a little, discouraged, Srila Prabhupada said, actually, it's very difficult to be Krishna conscious, so that because sometimes we don't have so much success, which is actually Krishna telling us to do more. But anyway, so everything is there. And Srila Prabhupada's teaching, his books, and all of his faithful followers who are just repeating the same message in a way that is comprehensible to those who are coming to Krishna consciousness, but being very careful not to take one drop of the essence out, and not put something in that is not part of that essence. So I also, in closing, want to thank all of you senior Vaishnavas. Some had to leave. Actually, one time I was staying outside of Srila Prabhupada's room, and there were some devotees, just waiting for Prabhupada to come out, and he came out, and they all offered obeisance. And Prabhupada looked, and he looked at his secretary, so they have no service? So Prabhupada wanted everyone to be engaged. Whenever somebody stayed in Prabhupada's room a little too long, he would go like this. So you have service? That meant, okay, your darshan is over. Now go serve Krishna. So these are all. I thank all of you for your wonderful service. As long as one of the two people who I remember for the longest time here in this yatra, Mahamantra Prabhu and Jitamrita Prabhu, from way back, since we were in the beginning stages of developing this yatra. So I thank all of you for your wonderful service and for allowing me to serve you. And I pray that Srila Prabhupada bless us all with loving devotional service. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Pindi ki jai, Shri Guru Parampara ki jai, Srila Vyasa Dev ki jai, Yatai Gaura Premanandi.